Welcome to GabTalks, where we provide tools, tips, and techniques to help your life and business be easier, better, and faster. Hello, everybody. I am Gabriella, and welcome to our next episode of GabTalks Success Tips from Experts. And today, I am so happy to bring to you our guest expert, Ken Kleinberg. Hey, Ken, how's it going?
Hey, it's going wonderful, Gab. How are you doing this wonderful day?
Oh, I am absolutely awesome today, especially because I get to talk to you. You and I have taken some time to get to know each other over the last few months, and I find you so inspirational. So let's just jump right in. And will you please share with our audience what it is that you are an expert of?
Well, I'm a self-taught expert in the research that I do around weight loss, the research that I do around nutrition, the research that I do around that entire weight loss journey. And all of it's been just self-taught and stuff I've learned along the way. And I have a passion for that.
So, my next question that I ask our experts is, what is it that got you to where you are to be the expert that you are? And you mentioned just now that you are self-taught. Can you share with us about how you got here?
Well, to be honest, the journey actually started when I got to the heaviest weight I've ever been in my life. And I finally got to that point that I'm sure a lot of you have been to, maybe not, but enough is enough, that point. And I began my journey. I lost 62.5 pounds in the course of 7 years. And I did it by doing one change at a time, one habit at a time, and then staying consistent and just continuing on that journey. And I did it in a way where I did not feel restricted. I did not feel deprived. And that was actually something that I was very determined to have happen through my journey. I did not want to be the person that had to go on a diet or had to do all this crazy stuff. In a sense, I guess you could say I wanted to have my cake and eat it too. And the evidence is I lost 62.5 pounds in 7 years, and I've kept it off for over 4 years.
And so one of the things that you and I have talked about is through this journey and through your background, you actually turn this into your own entrepreneurial endeavor where you take this message to people and help them. And that's actually what you do today. You coach and guide people on their own weight loss journey.
Correct.
Wow. So will you please share with us, did you have a particular influence that helped you to get to this point that helps you in this entrepreneurial journey that you are on in guiding and coaching people in their own weight loss?
What's really cool about that particular question is the answer is yes. And my journey with that starts with a program called Certified Mastery Coaches. And it was through that where I worked with this guy named Jeremy, who also works with Robert Kiyosaki. And it's really cool that they work together and everything. Well, he was one of the first starting influences in my journey. And then I met somebody by the name of Mike, who then began to literally take me underneath his wing and literally get down in the dirt with me and help me to build up my mastery weight loss business into what it is today. And then as that has progressed, it's just been blooming. And the more I dive into the research that I do, the more passion I have for what I do.
That is absolutely phenomenal. And in fact, that particular Mike that you mentioned is the person you and I met through. He is an awesome business coach, and getting to work with him has been an absolute awesome experience. And I'm sure you would say the same. Hello, awesome listener. Thank you so much for joining us today at GabTalks Success Tips from Experts. We're going to take a short break and say thank you to our sponsors. It is through the generous support of these sponsors that we are able to bring to you these amazing experts that are sharing their best tips for your success. So please listen to what our sponsors have to say, and hopefully they're going to inspire you that you're going to click their links and go support them. You've all heard, and you know how powerful it is to send thank you cards, notes of appreciation, and gifts that build and maintain relationships. However, writing and sending generic impersonal greetings and gifts one by one just is so overwhelming and takes so much time. Not to mention, these days, who wants to deal with lines at the post office, running out of stamps, or having to print stamps yourself? And then there's the embarrassment of missing an important date altogether. Yikes. So what can you do? If you go to marketyourbiz.guru, you will be able to get help with your greetings and gifts that are printed, stamped, stuffed, and mailed automatically for you. Make sure that you tell them Gabriella sent you.
This is Tony Stark Polici, copywriter, marketing consultant, and author. And I have a question for you. If you could take $20 and turn it into 1,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 or 100,000, would you do it? Well, you can. And it's not through gambling. It's not investing in the stock market. It's by buying this book. That's right, my book. This was voted number 9 out of the top 100 best copywriting books ever written. And I wrote it for you, for business owners, to help you write better emails, better sales copy, better advertisement, to communicate better in all of your marketing and business communications. This book will change your business and your life. Try it. You're going to love it.
So I'm going to ask you, we have a number of people in our audience that are younger and just starting out. And if you could go back to your 20-year-old self, can you give us one tip that you would share to help get you or them that much closer to success that much more quickly?
You know what? One tip I would definitely give is anything is possible. And it's a quote from somebody, and I'm not going to actually name the person that this quote is from. There are reasons behind that. But the quote is actually on my wall here. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Don't limit yourself.
Wow, that put me a little speechless there for a second. That is a fantastic quote and really, really a fantastic way to approach life. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor to you now and ask you to share with our audience some of your very best success tips.
The first one I'm going to say is one that I'm extremely passionate about. If you've spent any time with me, if you're on any one of my platforms, you know that this particular topic is a huge passion for mine because I believe it is a founding pillar of your journey if you're on a weight loss journey. This is the founding pillar, and it's mindset. What do I mean by mindset? I basically mean, number one, it is not about a diet mindset. A diet mindset is temporary. And that is not the way you want to look at your weight loss journey. It's not going to be temporary. It is going to be for life. It's a lifetime journey that you are going to be on. It's not a sprint. It's a lifetime journey. You get to make, and yes, I use that word very specifically, you get to make changes one step at a time, one habit at a time. And then what's most important, and here's my biggest point here, you can set the goal of being 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds lighter. Sure, that is excellent. And you should set that goal. But the second step is actually the most important. And that is now becoming. What do I mean by that? I mean that along the way, there's a journey, there's a growth process that happens. You begin to change into that person. What does that person look like? What decisions is that person making? How does that person think? What ingredients is that person paying attention to? What food is that person in that end goal bringing into their house? You get to one change at a time, one step at a time, change into that person through the journey, embracing the ups. And that's another point, embracing the ups and downs. Yes, the downs. Why? Because the downs are where you grow. The downs are not an excuse to throw in a towel ever. You will have them. You are human. You will have those downs. You get to embrace those. You get to learn from them. You get to be present in the moment. Why did that trigger me? Why did I reach after that item? You get to grow from that so that along the journey, you become better. And then when you reach that goal, 30, 40, 50 pounds lighter, you now stay there because you are completely different. You think differently, you act differently, you've changed from the inside out, you're completely different. That's what it's really about. That's
Absolutely.
the founding pillar of my program. And that's what I'm very passionate about. There's a lot of gems and jewels in what I just said, but there you go.
Well, speaking of gems and jewels and passion, and you are absolutely super passionate. And I know that you actually have created a space where I don't have to come be standing right next to you to actually be able to learn from you and implement those gems into my own lifestyle. So will you share with our audience how they can actually contact you and find out more about how they can learn directly from you?
Absolutely. I have a website, and that's www.masteryweightloss.com, spelled pretty much just like it sounds. And you can also reach me at masteryweightloss@protonmail.com. That's my email address. On my website, there is a place where you can book a free assessment call with me. You'll be able to contact me there as well.
Well, I know when you and I were speaking before our interview, you mentioned that you have a workshop that they can access, and they can also reach you in Telegram. And then you did mention that you are in the process of writing a book that you are going to offer to anybody from all of the experience and education that you have derived. So will you tell our audience about those?
Yes. So I do have a book that is going to be coming out soon. And it's in the processes right now. And that book is called The Real Truth Behind the Obesity Epidemic. And I will add a little tag. It's not exactly what you may think it is.
Right.
And then I also have a mastery class going on right now. It's a pre-recorded master class. And the title of that master class is The Core 7 Foundations to Getting That Scale to Move. And I put in a lot of time to put that together. It's about a 2-hour master class. So when you go into that master class, make sure you have that blocked out on your calendar. And
when they take that master class, they're going to walk away with real actionable steps that they can go and implement into what they're doing right now. So you guys, the links for all of this is going to be down below in the show notes and in the description. You have got to make sure that you reach out to Ken and learn how to learn from Ken and get some guidance and coaching. Go take that master class, and the link will be below to get your copy of his book that is being published any moment now. And you will thank me for having introduced you to Ken Kleinberg. On each episode of GabTalks Success Tips from Experts, we like to highlight a hero sponsor who is a business that chooses to highlight a do-good organization in their own community that is bettering the world. Today's hero sponsor is...
Hello, I'm Deborah Thorne, the Information Diva, author, coach, trainer, speaker, and the proud host of the Leverage Conference for speakers, authors, and entrepreneurs. Today, it is my pleasure to highlight one of my favorite nonprofit organizations, Demo Chicks. Demo Chicks empowers, elevates, and enlightens girls and young women in the non-traditional fields of architecture, construction, and engineering. For more information about Demo Chicks, please use the link below. Thank you for your support.
So with that, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the reminder so that you get notified when our next episode is coming out. Thanks, guys. Hey, thanks so much for watching. We hope you got value today. we want to give a huge shout out of gratitude to our contributors. Please make sure you click the subscribe button below and don't forget to click the bell up above to get reminders when we add new content.